Hello friends, this is Monish, and today I'm gonna share my journey towards financial independence, a few details of that journey that I embarked upon exactly 5 years ago. And I gave myself a target to become financially independent, to become a millionaire, so that I will not have to work for money. And the target is to achieve the financial independence within 10 years. So 5 years are done. I'm halfway there in terms of the number of years, and I'm so happy to say that I'm halfway there, a little over halfway in terms of money. And honestly, the money that I have accumulated is enough for me to survive on. Like, I'll be able to put the food on the table, pay the bills, and live a minimalist life. I started on this journey because 7.5 years ago, I'd lost my job and I was in dire straits. I was in a financial crisis, had no money to my name, nothing in the bank account. And I couldn't breathe. I just couldn't breathe. For 2 years at least, I could not breathe. It was like for 2 years, I was in a fight or flight mode. I just couldn't breathe. And I promised myself, and I prayed to God that if ever I was able to get back on my feet and start living a normal life, I would ensure that I would never face this situation again. That was a promise to myself and a prayer to God. And then finally doing odd jobs or here and there for 2 years, I got a stable job with enough income that took care of my financials, and I was able to save just a little. And that was the trigger that I was waiting for. Because from then on, I went berserk. But it's been a journey for sure. Because I have transformed as a person. My values have changed. My morals have changed in these 5 years. I think I'm a little more wise. And I am quite grateful to be in the situation that I'm in now. And to be honest, I was a person who was like, I know everything. If anyone gave me advice or I would just ignore it, think of other people as fools, not knowing anything. And I had high notions about who I was. But when the financial crisis hit me, I just fell on my face, flat on my face. And I was, I don't know, shaking with fear. And all I could think of was, God, you gotta save me. You gotta show me the way. And in a few weeks and a few months from there on, my attitude changed. I was looking to learn from everywhere, from God essentially. I kept praying that, God, I don't know. I'm an ignoramus. So you gotta teach me the way. And I think that was a pivotal point, because you must have heard it, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And this is where God works in mysterious ways, right? When I decided to learn, when I admitted, I accepted that I don't know jack, and I was praying for knowledge, how to get out of this conundrum, and to be able to breathe. For my thirst, to quench my thirst for knowledge, I started reading books. And that's where it started. And then going on YouTube, not listening to songs or anything from Hollywood, but essentially looking for knowledge. Like, I was always in a panic mode. So essentially it started with how to deal with anxiety, how to calm yourself. From there on, when I got the stable job, I was like, how to invest, how to save. And one thing led to another. And I got hooked on to a few YouTube channels. That are kind of dedicated towards financial learning, business acumen, and just the self-help genre. And then I discovered J.L. Collins and Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey was a huge inspiration, because he made me realize how stupid we all are when we spend money. We spend money on things that don't matter to impress people who don't care about us. And it becomes a habit. You're not even thinking about it. This is what is done. You have to go watch a movie at the theater. You have to spend so much. It's the weekend. You have to go out and go to a fine dining restaurant or somewhere. And you have to buy nice shoes and good clothes, all branded. That was the way I was living, and from paycheck to paycheck. But then Dave Ramsey kind of opened it up and broadened my horizon. And that's where I started taking some steps to, curtail my spendings. So, as an example, every weekend I'd go out, watch a movie with my cousins. And I remember I'd be stuck in traffic and they'd be calling me and I'd be on the phone and saying, I'm stuck in traffic, you go buy the tickets, I'll be there. And I'm cursing at everyone, cursing at the stoplights. And I finally reached there, buy those expensive popcorns and the expensive Coke. And then watch the movie. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't so much. Come back late at night, feeling good, I guess. So from there on, once my cousins called me to plan for a movie, I said no. I told them, nah man, I'm not available, I have some important things to take care of, whatnot. And I'd stay home and read a book. And what had happened was, I loved it. Like no traffic, no urgency to get anywhere, no spending money, not having to deal with anyone. I'm reading a book that I love reading. And it's all calm and quiet, and it's peaceful. So from there on, I did this to almost everything. When friends would call to plan a dinner at some new restaurant, I'd say no. And honestly, I really liked it. I was like, wow. I started loving the time that I spent with myself. Because I'm talking to people about things that don't make sense. It's about pursuing this and that and going crazy about relationships, money. I don't know. It's been 5 years reading a lot of books and watching a lot of YouTube videos. One tends to gain knowledge about why people get triggered so easily nowadays, or why 95% are living from paycheck to paycheck, or why so many people are poor, why people make bad decisions. It was a journey. People like Dave Ramsey, J.L. Collins, and others. The FIRE movement. Financially independent, retiring early, Mr. Money Mustache, Paula Punt, can afford anything. These teachers appeared from everywhere. And within no time, I'd, imbibed the concepts, promised myself to abide by their teachings. But I'd go on listening to or watching these videos, reading these books, because it kept me motivated, it kept me grounded, and it provided clarity. I loved it. Because I had time, because I wasn't doing anything stupid anymore, I started doing yoga. I took care of my health. I switched to healthy foods. I lost a ton of weight. Felt good. And I was saving money. A very essential part of the teaching that you get from rich people, those who have made it, is that you gotta give. No matter how much, but you gotta give. You gotta make it a habit. And I did that. And that was just awesome, man. Amazing. That's been the greatest gift of my life. The joy of giving. You gotta make it a habit. I mean, you start and you start looking for opportunities to help people, to serve food to someone, and if nothing else, some money. And it wasn't easy. It's like I was on fire, man. Literally. Like, I'd be panicking. Every little thing that happened in the office, at my work, would get me in the panic mode. I just didn't want to see the situation where I was, again, looking at the abyss, the financial crisis, not having a job. And I decided that I will never ever be in that situation again. And I will accumulate so much money that at least, I do not have to worry about putting food on the table and taking care of life. And it's been amazing, honestly. And another thing that I wanted to share, the idea is that a few years from now, I look back at these yearly videos and try and relive my journey towards financial independence, and to remember where I started, where I'm at, and how I achieved what I achieved, or if I failed. It's kind of a video log, video diary of my journey towards financial independence. And because I've learned from people like Dave Ramsey, and not just these celebrities who are like, who are big on the media, right? There were people like debt-free screams, people like you and I, getting out of debt, making it big. And then other people who had their YouTube channels dedicated towards financial independence, sharing their experiences, how to budget, delayed gratification, whatnot, people like you and I. And therefore I thought, if one person, just one person maybe watches my video and they get inspired to not live a stupid life, that'll be good. And also because I wanted to look back at this journey. When I started, I embraced the minimalist lifestyle, and I liked it because before the financial crisis, I was an extrovert, but I walked around with a superiority complex because to me, people were always negative. I did not enjoy interacting with people that much, except for a few handful of my loved ones. And after the financial crisis, it wasn't about people, but me. I started focusing on myself, and I just got away. I did find a quiet corner for myself to do a lot of introspection, contemplation, and to keep learning. And it's been the will of God. I wouldn't have been able to do anything for sure. The financial crisis would have lasted for a lifetime, and it happens to a lot of people, right? So I read a few religious texts, especially the Bhagavad Gita. That is phenomenal. It just changed my life. Just made me realize that I don't know Jack. It's all him. He takes care of everything. Whether I do or not, he takes care of everything. It's just phenomenal. I will always recommend the Bhagavad Gita to everyone. It's extremely scientific. It combines science with spirituality in a way that hits you deep down in your heart. And from there on, you will never be the same person. So I'm extremely thankful to God. Thank you so much for your magnanimity, for your mercy, for your blessing. So I'd written down this financial goal as a goal, open my cupboard and it's there. So I would close my eyes and say, I am financially independent. Opening my cupboard, my goals. But now, it's been 5 years. I think of my goals as His blessings. His blessings for me. Because it was such a blessing. That crisis was such a blessing because it changed me, man. And it just helped me improve my life overall. All the knowledge is out there. You gotta save. You gotta invest. Total Money Makeover written by Dave Ramsey, and then The Simple Path to Wealth written by J.L. Collins. That's all you need. That really is all that you need. But you gotta keep reading such books and you gotta keep watching such videos to stay on track. And then what happens is that why I call this a journey and not a goal is because the journey changes you. So the things that I gave up, I'm so happy that I gave those things up because those things were sucking my blood, they were consuming me, and it was all nonsense. Yeah? And now I'm away from all that. From the gossiping, the conniving, the scheming, the intrigue, unnecessary excitement, unnecessary hopes, stupid people. And not just people are really good, but the way things are right now. And the position I'm in today, I'd agree with all those people who made it, and making money is easy. Honestly, there are people who would say that it takes 5 to 10 years to become rich. And they're absolutely right. But it's not gonna happen by doing just one or two things. It really is a combination of mind, body, and soul. You gotta take help from God to take care of your soul. the spiritual element is extremely, extremely necessary. I'd say it's foundational. Body, your health, you gotta, I don't know if I can explain it, but whenever I was exercising in my life, back in school, or any time in my life, I was staying fit, eating healthy. My decision making was better. I made better choices. I could focus more. And I could sustain. Because I'd seen that happen in school, I immediately went back to it. Made my health a priority. And then the mind, the books, the people, the knowledge. Once you make that decision and you combine these three elements, from there on it's easy. Then just life happens the way it happens. There are problems to be solved. There are celebrations. There are people to be avoided. There are books to be read. Life just happens. And in the meantime, you're accumulating money. No one knows. Like a duck, you know? All calm and cool on the surface and frantically pedaling under the surface in the water. And when enough time has gone on, enough time has passed, things will certainly get better. Certainly. And then, more important than the financial balance is my own transformation. And I heard it somewhere, maybe in some YouTube video. Henry Ford was asked, "You're the richest man in this world. What if we take this all away? What if you lose it tomorrow? What happens then?" And his answer was, "I'll build it back up within 5 years, all of this." And he said, "I'm not because of the money is because of me." And that has stayed home with me. You gotta get to a position wherein the money is a byproduct. It's a byproduct of following your dreams, of staying disciplined. And to be honest, almost everything good in life is a byproduct of our focus towards a goal, which is a little noble, at least in our mind, and then things that happen. Like talented people, it's a God gift when they pursue their talents in singing or art or service. Money comes, fame comes, right? And those people who run after money, they're always running after money. Maybe we can then accumulate enough, but we will never be rich, right? Yeah, I mean, it's if we stay disciplined, we can make it. To be sure, I'm at the halfway point. I do want to give it another 5 years to see where I'm going to be 5 years from now. And in the meantime, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you, God, because I have changed as a person. I like myself a lot. I do. I have a lot of self-respect. And I hope to do better, continue to do better. I guess that was my spiel. See if you can watch the videos, the previous videos that I posted on my journey towards financial independence. To give you the flavor of how all this is gonna be if you decide to go on your own journey. And if it did make sense to you, please give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, so long.